to Australia, a country with nearly the same population as Sri Lanka, but a GDP about 32 times greater. In geographical terms, Australia is 117 times bigger. Sri Lanka experienced a prolonged period of civil war, while Australians have had peace on home soil for a long time. Moving between the two countries was like moving between two different worlds. I've lived through depression, a spinal cord injury, and a series of things that have made life a roller coaster ride. Has life been hard? No. I don't see it that way, mostly because I know there are many in this world who have had a harder life. I'm not the kid in Africa who walks miles to have a sip of water, not knowing what the world will bring them tomorrow. I'm not the person with a disability stuck in a war zone, unable to escape the bombs, hoping that death will not come. I'm not the one who's never had an opportunity to learn to read. No, I'm still the lucky one. I'm grateful for the journey that I've had so far. It's made me who I am. Even though I might not have always seen it at the time, the hard times have been ultimately good for me. After all, you can't make a sword without forging metal in a fire. In telling you about my travels through these different experiences, there are just 4 main thoughts that I want to share with you. First, no matter how hard things get, it's going to be okay. It has been for me, it will be for you. Second, life doesn't have to be linear. Even if you want it to be, it's probably not going to be. As Robert Burns said, the best laid schemes of mice and men often go awry. Third, a linear life is boring anyway. Isn't a squiggle more interesting than a straight line? Think of all the movies about ships. They are full of adventure. Would you prefer a story about the ship making an uneventful journey from one port to another, or one that must weather storms and even a mutiny? Come to think of it, I can't recall any celebrated story about an uneventful journey from one port to another. Finally, as you experience all this, know that you are more resilient than you think. Believe that. Don't bow down. Make your life your life. Here we are then. I'm writing the stories which will hopefully convince you that these ideas hold true. Let's take a look through my life, where the me of today will tell you about the things I learned from the me of yesterday. If you're not convinced, that's okay. At least my friend who doesn't read will have read a book. Where do I start though? Do I go through the obligatory early years? It feels like a boring thing to do, for me, if not for you. I considered skipping ahead to the more interesting parts, but another one of my closest friends said, no, you need to lay down the foundation first. I suppose that the present makes a lot more sense when you understand the past. So here it is. I'll start from the very beginning. Chapter 1. The beginning of the beginning. Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time. Marcus Aurelius. We once did a genetic test on my family. It's amazing how much a little bit of saliva can tell you. We sent a sample in a kit to the company by mail. After a few weeks, the results turned up on their website. The test showed the likelihood of the owner of the DNA having certain conditions. For example, it said that I was at increased risk of celiac disease. This was true because I do indeed have the condition, as confirmed by the normal tests. I actually feel fortunate to have celiac disease. I've
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.